I don't think it's the weight we're making us more comfortable with sin. I think it's just the culture.
Tastemakers.
Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, alright? Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living.
Right here, it's Kevin on stage. It's Melissa Fredericks, and it's your girl. It's Goss's girl. Goss, what's your girl? Just Witty. There we go.
That's my boo.
Yeah. So shouts out to Ruck. Ruck is definitely the MVP, as Kira said right there in the chat, or the Patreon chat. And
this is old.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into that real quick.
In my estimation, easier to wait when you're getting married at 12, 13, 14, 15.
For sure.
We got people 25, 30, 35, 40, or been married.
Yeah.
And been had that
experience,
sex.
yeah.
And now you got to go back to not having sex. Now listen, if I ain't had Chick-fil-A, I don't know what I'm missing.
Come on.
But if I done had the 8-piece with a Polynesian,
Taste
and now
buds.
it's Sunday, I know what that, I remember that.
Like.
Going crazy.
I know what it
Taste
tastes
buds.
like.
Chick-fil-A.
So is that like, have you ever struggled? Have you ever wondered? Have you ever gotten curious? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that process? Because a lot of people single now believe in God. They be like, but I'm going to do some other stuff and I still love you, God.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. But also,
there is a movement.
I'm doing some Christian
That's
mingling.
a real space.
Yeah. We
For
know
sure.
some folks.
I mean, and some people don't even associate it to fornication or
No.
There's a lot of people who
There
don't
is
believe
a
it's
whole
fornication at
movement
all.
happening right now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm human.
Yes.
What I'm supposed to do.
Right.
What I'm supposed to do, though?
An entire movement happening.
For sure.
But you still believe in what you believe.
I do. And I'll be transparent. 2015, the guy that I thought I would be married to, he visited me. He got a room.
He did everything.
Yeah, he got a room. And I'm like, I'm strong. I can go to the room.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Nice.
But I wasn't strong. I was not strong. And my flesh, I couldn't relate till I could relate.
Yeah.
You know, and because people would be like, this is so hard not to do. I'm like, just,
Yeah.
you know, the Lord can deliver you.
Yes.
Just fast.
I want to come back to this. Yes.
Yeah. So we was kissing. And it was
Hot and heavy.
yeah, that part. And it was a scary movie playing. It felt like a setup, honestly.
Who would have thought?
I know. He had a plan. Shaking my head.
She is crazy. Her little side comments had me cracking up. I'm like going crazy. It's just so funny.
Listen. Judah said they'd be like, Jesus already paid up the price. So Tasha about, not Jesus loading up the credit card.
Listen.
Run that card again.
Listen, do y'all remember when Clubhouse was popping? Do you remember when Clubhouse was popping? There was an entire movement of people, of Christians, who were like, "Oh yeah, we masturbate and it's okay. It's totally fine." They were just talking about, oh, and if you have to, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else you gonna do? I was like, what do you mean? What are y'all saying? I don't understand what you are saying. If you're widowed, you know, like, what else do you do? And I understand. I mean, I don't get it because I have not been there, but I understand the like desire. You know what I mean? But
I felt like the emoji. I felt like the emoji.
You were like,
listen.
I
Shout out
don't
to John
know.
H in the chat. Oh man. So listen. Yo, it's definitely worth talking about. As people are waiting a little bit longer to get married. That's one element of it, right? And Lord Jesus, then they went into the, you know, if you ain't had Chick-fil-A before, you know what I mean? It's a whole nother ball game. So, you know, and we can get in where we fit in on this and just the comment and just the thought process or whatever. But matter of fact, yeah, before I go, because y'all know me, I'll just, you know, I'll talk it all. I'll let y'all jump in there. What did y'all think about that conversation between Kevin on stage, Melissa Fredericks, and of course, Just Woody?
Man, I thought she was uncomfortable. And it's funny because in her writer, she asked not to talk about the sex questions. But I don't know if that's before that conversation or after that. She was like, I don't want to talk about this no more.
That's probably after that conversation she decided to put that in her writer.
Could have been. But nah, I mean, I feel like I brought this up on the show before where I was like, I guess talking about the masturbation thing. I think that, well, as far as the part about like, is the weight making us more comfortable with sin? I don't think it's the weight we're making us more comfortable with sin. I think it's just the culture is making us more comfortable because we came from
shouts out to Daryl in the chat.
Rules, and then now we're on the liberation where we find out that, well, I don't know what happened, but apparently millennials stopped following these rules, and now we can do everything, and now everything's cool. It seems like, you know what I mean? So when we talk about everything, that's including, you know, just like Trish would say, us being sexual beings. But you're not supposed to have sex. But I think we have taken the value off it of what it means. So we're more comfortable with it. And because the message of grace and the message of it's heavy on Jesus paid it all, and Jesus looks at you and sees you as perfect, and I think we're getting fed too much grace, and we need a little bit of that hell and brimstone back. And we were living way better when we were getting those hell and brimstone messages, but the balance of it is off. It's made the Christian have a bad name in so many areas. But of course, the big one that we like to talk about is the sex, because that's like the ultimate thing. The sex. So like, you know, for real, because that's how we treat it. We treat it like that's the top tier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do anything you want as long as you're not having sex. So I think that yes, we are more comfortable with it. 100%. We're more comfortable with sex and everything that involves sex. But it's not because, in my opinion, it's not because we don't realize the consequences of what that means as far as STDs or as far as, you know, babies out of wedlock. And it's just a sin. You're not supposed to do it. But I think that we don't understand the value of it either. So when you don't understand the value of something, you're bound to abuse it. And you're going to be a slave to yourself every single time. You're going to be a slave to sin every single time. So it's a lot wrapped up in there about, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm just seeing Charles' response to Daryl.
It's a lot wrapped up in there talking about in that question. But at the end of the day, I think it goes back to the fear of God and the value of sex.
That part, that's the part, the value of sex and what comes with it. That's the part that people do not count the cost for. Like, do you even know what you're getting your body into? Because you really don't. All you're thinking about is having something like satisfied, and it won't be, because you're still gonna crave it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that can satisfy anything over here is Jesus the Christ. Okay. But I know that's, you know, physically, yes, we still God created it. He created us to want it and desire it, because we're, you know, it's a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, guys, I agree wholeheartedly with everything you said. Yo, I got to stay out the comments when I'm talking, because I can read while I'm talking and it just throws me off.
I can't.
What? I'm sorry. What does Nina Howard have to do with anything?
That's what I'm trying to understand.
None of it.
Oh, Lord. Now
not
all the
until
songs
the
is
day.
in my head.
Until the dawn.
No.
I know, right?
Oh, wow. Until the day, until the dawn. All right, Bree. What you got?
But no, wait. I'm sorry.
Go
Wait,
ahead. My
real
bad.
quick.
Trish,
Before Bree go, what Tashan just said, she said, we are the purity culture group. No one was real. We don't even talk about the biology, and folks don't even know their bodies. Yes. That part. Like, what was I just? Oh, I was watching the conversation I don't know if y'all saw the conversation with Ezekiel and his wife and the Prestons. And they were talking about, they were they're just talking about pubic hair, which is a real conversation. They were talking about, do men shave? Should they shave? And if they shave, what do it feel like? Like, because listen, in a married situation, this is a real conversation. Like, it really is. But I'm like, people don't talk about that type of stuff in the Christian world. Like, they really don't. Do you prefer me being shaved? Do you prefer the man to be shaved? Like, these are real questions.
So
but that's not what we're talking about right now. But but basically what she was saying, like talking about the biology of the body, like stuff that be happening with the body. Nobody be talking about. Our friend, one of my friends,
Daryl, I love it.
Listen, one of my friends, because he's talking about one of our friends. She was in her 20s. She was in her 20s, and she did not know what the clitoris, where it was, and what it was made for. And I said, "Madam, what?" I said, "You just now finding out?" She said she didn't know.
But did she not know because was that an association with the grooming? Or she just did not know because of lack of knowledge?
Lack of knowledge.
Okay, because what Daryl said was hilarious. He said, how is he going to find the clitoris if you can't?
But I'm saying, if you as a woman don't know what it is or where it's located.
Yeah.
That's how you going to tell the man?
I thought we were talking about grooming. I thought that was hilarious.
No, he's talking about.
Oh, she really didn't
knowing where the parts are.
Okay. That is funny to me, Brianna. Oh, Brina. I wanted to recreate your name for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't do that. You know what? I think what Corey was saying as far as the fear of God piece. It seems like sometimes people make up their own. It's like they have their own separate alternate reality sometimes. And
the chat is chatting, by the way.
They really are. But yeah, I think that it's really possible to where it's like to have that awareness of what God requires, because you have to have that in order to keep your flesh in check. Because if you don't, or you just ignore it, or you just let it go, then you're gonna find yourself, standing on a roof staring at somebody you don't need to be looking at, like David did.
Okay, David.
And it's like, and it's just kind of like, I think about David and I think about Joseph. Joseph was in a similar situation and he ran. So it's like it is possible to keep yourself and allow God to keep you too. But it's even more important to what she mentioned in the video. Don't put yourself in situations and think that you are strong enough to be there, because you can never trust yourself. Can't do it. You can't do it.
Do y'all know how freeing a hotel room is? A hotel room is some kind of other freeing. It's weird.
It is it feels different. It feels like you got this freedom that you don't have at the crib, especially when you got kids. Honey,
listen.
Am I the only person on the whole place that is legally able to have sex right now?
Technically, I believe you would be. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm about to get into now. Listen. Now that y'all done said all the right things, let me go ahead and speak from where I am. Listen. It's funny, quote, brother. 6 months ago to a year ago to quote right now. So first and foremost, and Kevin on stage said it with the Chick-fil-A joint. Thank you, Daryl. Hotel sex hits different. Tasha, quote, wrong answer. What? Huh? What?
Tasha, what?
What did I do? I didn't say that yet.
I don't know.
See, anyway, so check it out. Quote a year ago would have said one thing. And I'm wrong. I still stand on what everybody else is saying. But I got to let y'all know what I'm going through. So listen. Kevin on stage said if he ain't had Chick-fil-A, you know what I mean? It's easier. And I've realized in my life experience that it is. Like, listen, I was one of those church boys who abstained for a very, very long time. Not because it won't there, just because I won't do it. And that's just what it was. And it was easy to abstain. Because I won't do it. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There was just other options that, we could do whatever the case may be or whatever, but we won't do it. And yada, yada, yada. And that was that. Now listen, your man, quote, been married for 10 plus years. Now I'm out here in these streets. Not really. A lot, I'm okay. I'm not out here in these streets.
You better watch it because your fiance is right in the comments.
Listen, so I'm not in these streets, but I'm out in the world again right now. I'm not. Okay, what is the phrase I'm trying to find? I am not married yet. Okay, so I am not married yet, and do y'all know how freaking hard it is? It's just hard. It's just harder than I remember in my 20s. You know what I mean? It is harder when I didn't know what Chick-fil-A tasted like.
Yeah.
Now, I'm used to combo number 1, number 2, number 3. You know what I mean? I'm used to the chicken fingers. I'm used to the little wraps with the salad in there, with the honey mustard that you could dip it in there, because every once in a while you need to add some dip to the experience. And I'm just saying I'm used to those kind of things now. It's hard out here.
Wait, Monique. Yo, are you reading these comments? Monique.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know Monique like that. I'm talking like I know her. Sis. Oh, so we in these streets? Let me go get the summer dresses. Okay, both of y'all, okay?
Listen.
Less than a month. Y'all got less than a month.
We got more than a month. There's more than a freaking month, Chris.
Wait.
It's like 52 days, you know what I mean? Not that I was counting nothing. I'm just saying it's like 52 days.
Less than 2 months. Less than 2 months.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And so I love my married brothers and sisters in the faith. I love y'all. And I've been y'all. Y'all are me, I am y'all. But I've stepped out of the marriage realm for a little bit. And when y'all talk about self-control and discipline and whatnot, and get to go home to whatever you get to go home to, I'm looking at y'all side-eyed right now. You feel what I'm saying? Looking at you side-eyed. You feel me? So that is what it is. Again, 52 days.
Why I don't feel like that?
Because you didn't. I know you did your thing for a minute, but it won't regular, was it?
It was.
With multiples or one or what? No. Okay, let me not get in your business. It was it was regular, but then you cut it off though.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that shorty is coming to see me this weekend. Now I think about it. We got no, not like that. Nah, we're friends.
So
we're
listen.
cool.
Okay, so okay.
Nah, so what I'm saying is I don't but I said what I said earlier about why I don't feel like that. I think it's because you want to be married again, and
shout out to Peter Allen,
and you want to do all that, which is great, awesome. I don't think
the honey mustard dip, Goss. The honey mustard dip.
Yeah, all that. So I don't think that, like, for me, I'm not saying abstaining is easy, but it's not like hard. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Like it's not like but I think it's like because I have a lot of other stuff going on. I have a lot of other situations happening.
You stay busy, guys. That's the one thing.
And like, so I was telling my homeboy this the other day. I was like, yo, like I'll be into a girl like for 3 days. And then like, remember, I got domination coming. I don't care nothing about that girl no more. Cause like domination or like things that I'm doing, things that I'm like, I got to DJ, I got to do this. Like that gets me more aroused than like thinking about a chick I'm about to smash. You know what I'm saying? So like I got a lot of stuff.
No.
I got a lot of stuff.
No.
Bro said I don't understand that. Like
I love it. No, I love it. You don't understand. I love it. And I feel like I remember that, Goss. I remember that. Not anymore. You know what I mean? like not anymore. Yep. So
like I don't know.
I mean, I love it. And it could be a time difference too. Like, I mean, again, I was married for 10 years. You feel what I'm saying? Versus, whatever might look. But Daryl did make a true fact. At the end of the day, fornication regular is different from marriage regular too.
It is. No, for sure.
That's so true.
Very, very different.
So that's what it is. So again, follow the example of the 3 people in the box, not of the guy right here who's like 52 days.
Wait, Brina ain't speak. We don't know if Brina out here getting it or not. She being silent.
Brina already spoke.
I did
know good and well Mother Bree is not out
I ain't
here
hear Brina
getting
say
it.
nothing about if it was hard or not. Pause.
Oh, well.
Lost and found. The true DJ on the joint said Cheeks is great as a DJ.
Period.
I love it.
The act of it, yes. But I'm saying, like, all that stuff that comes with it, I'd rather be DJing than getting some cheeks.
Goss ain't for the drama. Goss is like, I'm trying to handle business.
Yeah. And if like
he is different. He is different.
I'm out here thriving right now. I'm in my prime. I'm killing the game right now. Cheeks will always be there. Okay. Especially the business that I'm in, Cheeks will always be there.
What are you trying to say? Yo. At this point, it might be the case, Charles. For real. Might be the case. You know what I mean? So anyway, I just found that to be hilarious when they was talking about that, especially after we had the conversation we had, whatever. But shout out to Tasha. Tasha did hit me in the head, for real.
Yeah.
Tasha was like, look, quote, chill out. She was like, I know unsaved cats that will take a break right before they about to get married to just to kind of have a break before they're married. And I'm like, and I don't know unsaved cats like that, but I've heard of that. I've heard of people doing that in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Like
What you
take
mean
a break right
break
before
from what?
Like unsaved cats that will be, Tasha, you're going to have to interject in the chat here. But I've heard about this too, or maybe I was watching a TV show. I don't know. But like, they'll be constantly at it because they is unsaved and they do what they want to do. And then they'll stop right before the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I don't know that I understand fully why or what that is, but I want to say I've heard about that too. And Tasha mentioned that. She was like, oh, so you gonna let some unsaved cats have more discipline than you do? And I was like, you had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there, didn't you?
Because you was in the chat complaining like you had 6 months to wait or a year. Because she was like, wait, you get married next year? You was like, nah. I'm like, that's less than 2 months, bro. She was like,
oh, John, once again, it is all about the worship. Let's see. Anyway, but yeah, so anyway, that's what it is. We on the count there. I'm just speaking out there for the single folks that maybe, I'm just letting you know. I understand. Now, back when I'm married again, which will just be a couple months from now, we'll act like this conversation didn't happen. And I'll be like, nah, it's easy. Relax, guys. Just have some self-control and discipline. I'll do that in like 3 months.
I'll be like that forever.
But for right now, I feel y'all struggle. You feel me? But listen, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, do all the many, many different things. We got a few more topics and we're going to get up out of here, but appreciate y'all blowing up the chat. Make sure to hit like. Yes, poor Monique. Y'all pray for Monique. You know what I mean? Yeah, this grown 40+ year old be trying to push up on her and she be like, boy, go to your corner. You know what I mean? So y'all pray for Monique. You know what I mean? She's the strong one in this relationship. So,
Quote
anyway.
He be with it. He be with it.
Listen. Listen.
Won't be with it.
Hey, listen, we all have had our weaker days.
Weak. That's hilarious.
You weak like you was in Miami. You was weak. But anyway, we've all had our weaker days. Anyway, with that being said,
Tastemakers. Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make